Hey guys, and welcome back to another Movie Monday. Today I'm going to be reviewing Dr. Sleep.
But the things that live there.
Hello, Danny.
Before I continue to the review, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel for weekly videos and also check out my Instagram and my Etsy shop that will all be linked down below. So I was really excited for this movie. This movie is a sequel to The Shining that was released in 1980. And I was super excited. I love The Shining. The Shining is my favorite horror movie and also one of my favorite movies of all time. I think that movie is perfect. There's very little movies that I see where I think that. I just love that movie so much. And I went into this movie with very high expectations. And I'm really sad to say that I was disappointed by this movie. A little more than I thought I was. I thought I was gonna completely love this movie. And I hate going into movies with really high expectations, but I don't know. I think going into this movie with the mindset that it'll be just like The Shining is not the way to go. My brain kind of did that, and maybe that's why I was disappointed, because this isn't a bad movie at all. It's just not what I expected. This movie review is going to be a non-spoiler review. However, there will be spoilers at the end, but there's going to be a timestamp I'll put right here when the spoilers will begin. And when I will talk about spoilers, I'll let you guys know ahead of time, but it won't be that many spoilers, so don't worry. And I'll also give it a grade before I go into spoilers for anybody that hasn't seen the movie. Dr. Sleep continues the story of Danny Torrance 40 years after his stay at the Overlook Hotel. Now, Dan has a drinking problem, and as he's trying to get away from his past, a girl that also has a shine contacts him. As all of this is happening, Rose the Hat, played by Rebecca Ferguson, and her cult, that's literally the way I describe them, are looking for people like them who shine. So I want to start off by talking about the positives of the film before talking about what I didn't like. So this movie is directed and edited by Mike Flanagan, and I love this man. I think he's one of the best horror directors that we have right now, because I think he understands how to make a horror movie. He doesn't just do jump scares, and although there are jump scares in this movie, a lot actually, they aren't useless jump scares. There's jump scares because the scene is trying to be scary. It's not like Annabelle, that there's jump scares for absolutely no reason. I love Mike Flanagan. I've loved him since the movie Oculus, and I've loved him in Haunting of Hill House and Hush. Haunting of Hill House is actually one of my favorite shows that Netflix has, and I'm so excited for season 2.
I'm very excited.
I just really love his work, and you can totally tell that this movie was made by Mike Flanagan. It has this type of production to it. With that being said, this movie to me is more sad than it is scary. This movie made me extremely sad, and it put me in the wrong type of mood that I didn't want to be in. I thought I was going to come out of this movie with like that psychologically affected vibe. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I felt very sad after this. This movie is really sad. It talks a lot about like harsh topics and stuff, and it also shows a lot of stuff, and I don't know, it's just the way it's done. It has, if you guys saw Haunting of Hill House, it has a blue tone to it, and the entire movie does the exact same thing. I think he has like some settings in his editing room, and it's like blue sad tone. He just puts it over everything because that's just the way he does things, and I'm not saying it's bad, it's just not what I wanted. This movie is really sad. I loved all the performances in this movie. I thought Ewan McGregor was awesome in this movie, Rebecca Ferguson, but the one that I really liked the most is the girl that plays Abra, which is Dan. They start contacting each other through it's like telekinesis kind of. Wait, is it? Yes, telekinesis. Or no, is that telepathy? I don't know. But they start contacting each other because they both have the shine. And I think her name is pronounced Kylie Curran. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. Please correct me, but I really liked her performance, and she carries the entire movie pretty much because she comes out in a bunch of scenes. She is the lead protagonist as well, other than Danny Torrance, and I thought that was really awesome. Also, something that I really liked about this movie were all the reshots. When I saw the trailer, which if you guys have not seen my trailer reaction, you should totally check it out. I was so excited for this movie. I thought that the scenes were from The Shining, but in this movie we learned, and I saw a bunch of behind the scenes he actually reshot everything and he had to make the setup for the Overlook Hotel, and I thought that was so awesome.
Was to honor what Kubrick did and to approach this like it is an authentic sequel to the film that he made, while also trying to honor themes from the novel of The Shining that didn't make it into the film. The legacy of Stanley Kubrick is monolithic. And one of the things that's been the biggest honor for me in this is to try to pull those worlds together.
Pretty identical, and there's something that, it's kind of a spoiler, I won't give it away, but if you do go on to the spoiler review, I'll talk about it. That was so good that I still think about it and it made my heart smile. Although, I wish we would have seen the Overlook a little bit more. All the reshot scenes had me smiling the entire time because, like I said, I'm a huge fan of The Shining, so seeing all those scenes again were really, really great. Let me go into some negatives without spoiling. To start off, I thought this movie was very long. It runs for about 2 hours and 30 minutes, 37 almost like that, and it felt slow at some parts. I think it picks up a little bit at a point. I'm not going to say it because it spoils, but I don't know. I just think they were trying to develop character and show Danny, but I don't really think it worked that well, because another negative that I have with this movie is that I really never felt attached to any character, which is really weird because I really like how Mike Flanagan does his storytelling, because I do think I get very attached to the character. I mean, for example, Danny, I thought I was going to be more attached to him. Yes, I did care about what happened to him, and I felt bad for him. They talk about his drug abuse and how he's dealt with alcoholism, and I thought that was cool because it paralleled that to his father, Jack, and you kind of saw that side by side, and his acting was super good in all those scenes. And I don't know though, I thought the way they did it, I thought his decisions were really dumb in the movie. There's a lot of stuff that he says that I'm like, makes zero sense. But yeah, I really didn't feel attached to anybody. Okay, so there was something that really kind of bothered me about this movie. The entire movie, they show the famous old lady from The Shining. We know that she was really, really like scary and traumatized. Like, we know the old lady from The Shining and how that she was whack. They show her a bunch of times in this movie, and they kind of establish that Danny hates her. And they show her so many times in this movie that at the end of it, like, me and my friends were laughing so hard, and I don't think we were supposed to laugh because I didn't feel scared by it. I just felt like it was funny, and I think that was such a waste because they never told us what she did. She just looked creepy looking, but it happened, like, they repeated that scene so many times that it was so funny to me. And I just wish that, like, she had more to do, in the sense, like, more scary stuff to do instead of just standing there and being like, "Wah." So this probably won't make sense if you haven't seen the movie, but I think there was no reason for him to go to the Overlook Hotel. I think they just did that to be like, hey, we're The Shining Part 2. Remember this, remember this, remember this. And it was cool. Like I said, I smiled like a baby when they see a lollipop or something, but I felt like it was so useless, and I'll go more into that in the spoilers, but it just kind of happened. And also, I didn't realize this until, like, I was writing up my notes for the review, but the movie, okay, Rebecca Ferguson's character is Rose the Hat, and I did not read Dr. Sleep, by the way, I forgot to mention that, so I don't know what happens in the book or anything, but I've heard that it's based on the book as well as the movie. But her character and her gang, they really want to kill these people that have the shine. They want to get rid of them, and we get to know a lot about their characters and kind of understand them. I thought that was really cool because usually villains are kind of thrown to the side. They weren't in it a lot, but it never connected with Danny, and I know, and he's our main character, so he gets connected through to his friend Abra, which I won't really go into, but they have no really correlation. I think towards the end of the movie, the third act is when they're like, oh, how did I not know about you, and this and that. But it just feels like the movie split in half because they were doing their own thing and Danny was doing his own thing. It was never really combined, and I thought that was a flaw because now looking back, it's like, what did it have to do with the hotel? None of it had to do with the hotel, and then they just go to the hotel, and I think it was just to show that it was part of The Shining, I guess. Yeah, those are my non-spoiler thoughts about this movie. Like I said, it's a good movie. It's not a terrible movie at all. I was just disappointed by it, which really sucks because I was super, super excited for this movie. So I'm gonna give this movie a C. Sorry, Dr. Sleep, I really thought you were gonna get an A. Now I'm gonna be moving on to spoilers, so if you have not seen this movie, make sure to leave the video now because I'm gonna go into some spoilers that I really don't think you should hear if you have not seen the movie. Also, do I still think it's worth watching? Yes, because a lot of people actually do like it, and that's really cool. I just personally I'm not that big a fan of it. So yeah, if you're going now, goodbye, see you next time. But if you're staying,
Hello, spoilers begin now.
I don't really have that many like spoiler videos, spoiler stuff to do. But the first thing I want to mention, it bothered me so much. There's a scene where they kill a child. It was so graphic. I thought they crossed the line there. I never really like in horror movies where it has to do with kids. However, I do understand it's really scary and kids are very gullible, so I get the correlation, but I wish they hadn't shown that scene. I really wish they had it. And they kept showing it and showing it and showing it. And I was fine if they would have killed the kid, maybe showed one scene, but that's it. They showed it for like a straight up 5 minutes, and then they went back and forward, and I did not like it. I wanted to mention what I was saying with the reshoots. I loved the girl that they picked to do Wendy. Her name is Alex Azoe. I don't know how to say her name, but she did so good. She doesn't even look like her, but she just sounded exactly like her. And they reshot the scene where Jack like goes through the door with the axe and she screamed, and it was so cool. It was so cool. Like, I think there's little scenes that she's in add so much. They made me feel so warm. And I also really liked at the end in the Overlook Hotel, which I'll talk about that, where Danny dies and it's the child Danny with his mom. I thought that was really sweet. So what I was talking about with the Overlook Hotel, I don't think there was any correlation. Second of all, the Rose the Hat and her people, they died so quickly to me. Like, they just started shooting them and that's it, they were dead. They made themselves seem like so powerful, and they showed it, and they just died so quickly. And also, I thought that there was going to be an intense battle between him and Rose the Hat. It was she died so quickly. I was like, okay, I thought we were gonna get a grand battle, but we didn't. And then I didn't really understand the ending. I wasn't really a big fan of it when he died, and then he just kind of. That's pretty much all I had to say for the spoilers. I can't think of anything else to say right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you've seen Dr. Sleep, let me know what you think about it down below. If you liked it, if you hated it. And yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, tomorrow actually Disney Plus comes out, and I'm going to be reviewing and reacting to it and giving you guys my first impressions thought, and that video will be up Friday. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't subscribed to my channel for weekly videos. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. She's here again helping me record.